What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Solo Leveling Arise video. Alright guys, real quick, if you haven't done so, go click that support button. We've been sending codes out every single day, sometimes twice a day. Everyone who has been getting their codes has been using them, taking advantage of it, and it's free. So remember, go click that support button, support your boy. We are almost at the 5,200 mark. Let's keep going there, guys, and keep pushing as far as we can. The season's just started and we got a lot of codes coming our way. 3 more as a matter of fact. So if you have not supported, go do so. I'll get you guys your codes. My top 100 supporters, remember, you guys should join the Discord. You guys have a chance to win yourselves $100. We already have 2 free winners that have just popped up recently. Shout out to Logan, who won the $100 for being a YT member, and also AppleSync, who won the $50 membership. $50 gift card for being just on the Discord. So very, very simple, guys. Anyone is eligible to win. They've already been paid out. Their gifts have already been given to them. The top supporters are also going to have an opportunity to win $100. So all that stuff has already been going on, and the top supporter one will end on January the 15th. So if you are a top 100 supporter, you guys can check your rankings right here. Please go join the Discord, get yourself your role, and get yourself a chance to win $100 in your pocket just for supporting. Super, super simple. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up, guys. Next week, oh man, I'm gonna be real. This is probably one of the first times you're ever gonna hear me say this, but this is one of the lowest times for content. It's been dry. It's been dry, like every woman's, private parts when they hear Zaf say, "Oh baby." It's been that dry. So it's and I'm hoping that we kind of get some spark back into this. So this is what's happening this week, and I want to go over a couple other things with you guys that's very important. Okay, before I go into the main meat of the actual video, which is stat priority and what the numbers should be and why. Big shout out to my testing team, obviously, and the testing team in general. So we'll talk more about that shortly. But coming up real quick, guys, if you haven't done so, the KR live stream is going to be happening. We're going to have June. Shout out to June. Big W to June. Our translator has confirmed she will be joining and providing us the translations. There we will do KR live stream, which is going to provide us new codes. Plus, we're going to get information on the update for January the 16th, the introduction of ESOL, introduction to preparing to become the strong. So preparing to become strong. That, by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's this right here. This is more about this. So we don't know what this item is yet, but more on that on the live stream, so we can at least learn a little bit about that. As well too, they're going to be doing a real-time Q&A with the hunters, the new Snowflower welcome event that's going to come out as well too, and then revealing a couple of redemption codes along the way. So if you have not done so, go please click this link. It will be in the video description. You guys can join and make sure you guys know we have a blast, man. My live streams are crazy. We say this, we have some of the best times doing live streams. I honestly have become so in love with doing live streams with you guys because we just shoot the shit and it's just so much damn fun, man. It's not always about the game. Sometimes we just get into some of the silliest, craziest stories, and it's honestly, man, the live streams have taken a life of their own, and I'm really, really proud of my community for being so open and also allowing me to be open about my life and about the stuff I've gone through. So let's talk a little bit about what you guys are all really here for, though. That is stat allocations. What are the best stat allocation numbers to look for and what you need? Okay, so let's talk about a couple different things. So we're gonna quickly go over precision because we already did the precision numbers for you guys in a separate video. So if you need to look at it, you guys can look at it, but the numbers are available for you in that video as well too. But just so we are going back through it again, okay, just in case you're going back through it again, I'm going to break down those numbers for you one more time. So I'm not going to go through the entire process with you guys again for precision, but the build recommendations are as follows. Always equip 8 precision gems, ignore critical damage, ignore defense penetration. Those are easy to get through stats. Precision outperforms them at almost every stage. Skill point allocations, specifically for general builds, you want about 1450 precision for POD, which is level 60 content. So that's 1450, okay, 14050. So we're looking at this number right here. You want 14050 for POD. That is more than enough for POD to get the maximum output of precision for it. For Guild Boss, you want 16400, so 16,400. Okay, and then for everything else, when it comes down to high level content, when it comes down to like WOBL, POS 20, etc., you want about 22.5. I have 23k. You guys can see there I went above a little bit, but the optimal is about 22.5. So that is what's going to help you guys maximize your precision, especially when it comes down to putting out the most amount of min-max damage. Okay, so that's precision. in a nutshell. All right, so again, just to break it down, 14,050 for POD, 16.4 for Guild Boss, and anything high level content with WOBL POS dungeons, 22.5 minimum. All right, that is for all of your needs in regards to precision. Very, very important to remember that. Now, the game is now looking at itself and kind of following the lore a little bit more. Intelligence now is becoming a bigger factor than ever before, right? So how does this work for different game modes, and how does intelligence take into effect? So the new Intuit Blessing Stone is going to play a major role, okay? A major role in this. Sorry guys, let me just quickly put my my headphones on. And the way this works, it's going to differ for every single mode, but we're going to talk about each single mode because it's going to matter. Okay, so first off, let's talk about just basic, like let's say BOT, for example. Okay, so BOT, you're going to definitely want to put 200 points of intelligence into it. So let's actually look into it first, so people have an understanding of how this Blessing Stone works. A lot of people are confused here. They think that this basic attack means that it's just your basic normal attacks. That's not what it actually means. What it means is your basic attack is your base attack in your stats. So this is what we're talking about here. If you go to your stats, right, your base attack is right here. They're referring to this attack versus additional attack. Okay, so that's the difference there. So they're actually saying your base attack is going up by X amount of intelligence that you put in. So if you have the legendary version of it, you're going to put 200 points. I believe if you have the heroic version, it's like 170 or something like that. Either way, like you guys can do the math. It's pretty straightforward. But this one for sure, for every single point of intelligence, you get 6 points of attack. It's 1,200, right, maximum. If you go to the heroic version, I think it's something like, what is it? Let's go find it here. Here it is. It's 400 to 700. So you guys can do the math again, right? So do the math to figure out how much it takes to get this. But either way, it's like, I think it's like 150, 170 or something like that. Either way, so you guys can figure that out. But it's 200 with the legendary one, and that's the one I want to focus on. So putting 200 points for BOT into legendary, having into it, is definitely going to help you. And the reason why, number one, it reduces your cooldown by 2 seconds for all of your combat reduction skills. It also gives you guys 1,200 extra attack, and overall it works out better because you're doing more skills more often. Okay, so for BOT, it's pretty straightforward. 200 is all you need. All right, now let's talk about something like Guild Boss. Something like Guild Boss, you're actually going to want to do more because you want to spam your skills as much as you possibly can, whether you're running a build that is support or not. So support, you go all intelligence. If you're going to be support build for Guild Boss, everything goes into intelligence. So the reason why is your whole point of support is to spam as much as your Moonshadow Daggers, as much as your skills that you can. So everything falls into intelligence, and it completely reduces your cooldown down to nothing, especially with Reawakening as your Blessing Stone, right? With this right here, and especially the legendary one. If you look at the legendary one that I did the testing for, right, and we can refer to this video here if you want to know. These are the results here. Go back to check out this video anytime. You can actually go all the way up to 6 seconds of reduction in cooldown with just 200 intelligence. So imagine 600 intelligence be 3 times more, right? So your cooldowns are reduced drastically. So for Guild Boss, if you're going support, you want to go all intelligence. And the reason why is you want to spam your skills as much as possible and let your hunters do all the actual DPS. Now, if you're going to do DPS build though, it's a little bit different. You still want some strength. You want to do about 350 intelligence, most of it, the rest of it in strength, and like, I don't know, 60 or 70 points into precision. Again, remember, precision you only need for Guild Boss 1,600, right? So I'm already there. I don't even need to put anything in there. So if you have your gems, you don't have to put anything into precision. You can just go 350 into intelligence and the rest into strength, and that will absolutely be the meta there for Guild Boss. All right, POD, something similar to that, right? You can run a little bit more strength, a little bit less intelligence. You can go 300 intelligence rather than 350, the rest in strength. Your POD numbers are already, for precision, is already up there because your gems handle that as well as your dupe. So very important now, intelligence plays a major role. But now, if we start looking at larger content, right? Let's say content that's related to like WOBL and POS, this is up to you. You can definitely use more intelligence, like the same structure if you want, as you would for Guild Boss, where you put 350 into intelligence to reduce your cooldowns, put the rest into strength and precision to match it up. But remember, now you're actually allocating points into precision. So for harder content, what I would end up personally doing is I would go 200 to start with, right? Just to get that extra 1,200 points, get this to exactly 130. That's where we need to be. And then the rest of it will go into strength for me. and I think running this is probably still the same as BOT. I think this would work the best. So 3, there you guys can see right there. This is what it would actually end up looking like. So almost 350, 200, 130, and this ended up giving me the best results whenever I use this. So there you guys go. That's my testing. You guys can see the testing in the other video. This is what worked out for me, and this was the most optimal result that I had doing the hardest content when it came up to WOBL, or if it came up to POS, etc. I got my, and again, this is only with Intuit Legendary. Keep that in mind. You will have to adjust these accordingly based on the Intuit that you have, but this is what gave me the best stats at level 99. All right, folks, I hope this was an insightful video. Shout out to Burr, shout out to the testing team, shout out to everybody who to help me put these numbers together. Also, this was my testing, so these are my numbers that worked out best for me. It may differ for some of you guys, but this definitely was the meta for me using the new stat allocations. All right, folks, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.